What's going on? It's Devin, and today we're going to be playing some Despair Ray Mega Gardevoir. So, what we've got for this deck is actually an expanded, so we can take advantage of Execute from Plasma Freeze, I believe. Um, and it says once during your turn, if it's in your discard pile, you can put it into your hand, and that works for each Execute, obviously. So you can have 4 more Pokemon to kind of discard. Um, with Despair Ray. For if you don't know, it does 10 more damage for each benched Pokemon that you discard. So we got a pretty standard lineup of Pokemon here, other than the eggs. We got 2 Shaman, 4 Gardevoir, 3 Mega Gardevoir, and then eggs and Hoopa. For trainers, we've got 2 Battle Compressors, so we can discard the eggs and the Fairy Energy, because as you can see, we have 4 Mega Turbo, and we have the Computer Search, the Mega Turbo, um, Startling Megaphone, Super Rod, Trainer's Mail, Ultra Ball, Versus Seeker, 3 Skyfield, because so we can discard more bench, and then AZ Hex, Lysander N, 3 Sycamore, and 2 Floatstone, and 4 Links. And we only have 3 Mega Gardevoir, but we use 4 Links just so we can discard one. So, let's go into a battle here. So we got expanded, Despair Ray, cool. And yeah, I like the ladder change. I mean, the last one was pretty cool too, because I think it was like Landorus and stuff. But this one has Max Elixir and Darkrai, so it's nice for standard. The previous one was kind of nice for expanded because I ended up getting Archeops out of it, so that was cool. So with this deck, you kind of want to go first. Um, and we don't get to go first, but that's not too much of a problem. And we get an egg start, because we definitely don't want to play the Hoopa down right now. Because that'll get us a pretty good start, I'd have to say. So, let's see what we're playing against here. I like these GX counters. Like, my girlfriend Angie, she got a Elite Trainer box, and it has those GX counters in it, and they look really cool, and they're just fun. Okay, so it looks like we're playing against. Sorry, that was an aside. Looks like we're playing against Garchomp, but I think it was like water and. Oh, so maybe it's Garchomp Octillery? I remember one of the players in at the league by where I live was talking about how Garchomp Octillery was really good, and I was like, I don't know, but it is really cool. Um, so yeah, they played Pokemon Fan Club. Oh, okay. So they're not just playing Garchomp. They have like Landorus and Machop for some reason. I mean, I guess it's probably the Machamp that makes it so that you do 20 more damage. Sorry, your fighting Pokemon do 20 more damage. So yeah, we're going to search for some stuff with this. So we're going to grab probably 2 Gardevoir, 1 Shaman here. And then we can set up our Gardevoirs, and we can Spirit Link one of them and attach an energy to the one that we Spirit Link. And then we can... Okay, so let's think about this. We have a couple options here. We could Ultra Ball, but then we'd have to discard Sycamore and Versus Seeker, because we wouldn't want to discard... but that could be okay. I don't think we need to Ultra Ball here, because I mean we're pretty much set up for the next turn. I think all we really need to do is react here to what the opponent's going to do. So I think I'm just gonna Shaman for 2 here. Because we're like set up really well. And I'm gonna save this Skyfield. This is a really good hand. So unless he ends, we have a good hand. So yeah, Landorus. 30 and 30 to a benched, or 170 if you discard 3 fighting energy, which is not great, but you know it used to be really good with like bats and stuff. So he might make it so we can't retreat, which would be sort of annoying, but yeah, I mean, I guess that would be sort of annoying. We can, in that case, what we can do is maybe potentially computer search for something. Um, so they're getting their, well, okay, it looks like we'll be fine because it looks like they're going to Machamp Rare Candy so that their um, Gabite is actually going to knock us out. And that's actually better for us than if he just Sand Tombed. Because then we actually do get the knockout easier next turn. So let's see if he chooses to Sand Tomb. I'm assuming he will. But, yeah. Alright, so now we can send out our Gardevoir and then go crazy. So let's attach Skyfield and then let's computer search away Professor Sycamore and oh, I didn't need to computer search. I'm dumb, but whatever. Computer search and Ultra Ball, and we'll grab a Mega because why not? And then we'll Mega, and then we'll Verse Seeker for Sycamore. This is just that was probably the worst way I could have done that, but whatever. I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time, so definitely going to attach this. Well, maybe should attach. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna attach this Float Stone right now to Hoopa, and then we're gonna Despair Ray, and we'll just discard this Shaman, and that'll be fine. And we grab a Mega Turbo with our prize. The thing is, like, we don't really need much right now. I could one-shot this Landorus if I really wanted to. Could discard 8 Pokemon. Or, sorry, 7 Pokemon. But do I want to do that? Is the question. And could I do that? Probably not. I mean, I can eggs, so that's 1 and then 2 with the Hoopa. I might try and do it. We could see where that goes. But, I guess we'll see. He's not really threatening us too much. I'm thinking just definitely going to attach to this Gardevoir here, and then I'm going to end here. Because we don't really want those 2 Mega Turbos in hand right now. So, it looks like I could discard 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 this turn, so it's not really worth discarding too much. So let's just discard like 2 eggs and a Fairy Energy. And then let's Despair Ray for 110. Alright, so let's see what they are going to counter with. Not counter, but how they're going to respond. Okay, so they're going to discard our Stadium with Paint Roller, which I've never actually seen played before. That was the first time I've ever seen Paint Roller played before. So that's an interesting thing. I remember getting a lot of Paint Roller when I first started back up playing, because I played right at the beginning of like Ancient Origins and stuff. So yeah, they do actually have Octillery. It's just more than Garchomp. Yeah, so the water was Octillery, but yeah. So it looks like they might actually be doing a Machamp Crush sometime in the near future, which is interesting. and then they are going to attack us. And they're actually doing quite a bit of damage to us. Um, but let's attach to Gardevoir here. Let's Skyfield again. And then I think we're gonna AZ up this Hoopa. Then we're gonna play the Hoopa. And then we're definitely gonna search for some stuff here. We're gonna search for a Shaman, a Gardevoir, a Mega Gardevoir. Do I want the other Gardevoir? I think I do. Alright. So, actually it would have been smarter to like Mega Turbo, like attach the energy that I attached to this to the other Gardevoir and then Mega Turbo or whatever, but whatever. I'll Shaman for 4. Alright, not bad. And then I will Despair Ray for knockout. And we'll just discard the Shaman. Alright, and we get a Gardevoir and Fairy. Nice. We just need another Link to have our third Gardevoir set up. And we'll see what happens, I guess. He's definitely going to knock out this first Gardevoir here. So I suppose... but we do get to pretty sure knock out that Machamp because we have 3 eggs in the discard, and we only need to discard 4 Pokemon, so we can discard 3 eggs in a Hoopa or something along those lines. So, oh, you know, there is actually a card that I forgot to add to this deck. It's supposed to play Dragonite EX. Because I'm thinking about that and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, we're supposed to have Dragonite for like recycling Hoopa and Shamans. But whatever. We can do that. We can fix that later. Okay, so they're going to Machamp Crush us for the knockout. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, okay, so damage done is reduced by 40 this turn, so I'm gonna want to knock out something else, actually. So definitely going to attach to this Gardevoir, though. Do we have a Lysander in the discard? We sure do not. This should be interesting, then. Let's think here. I could get off damage, which would probably be the smart idea. I can't do enough to knock out, I don't think. Unless I discard my whole bench, maybe? 40? Yeah, I would have to discard my whole bench. Which I could do, but I don't really want to do that. So I think we're gonna play it like kind of safe here. I think we're just gonna Hex. And then we're gonna Despair Ray. And discard nothing. Oh wait, it was weak to... Oh, because duh, I'm Psychic type. I always forget that. I always forget that I'm Psychic type. Because I'm like, oh, it's just Fairy. But no, it's Fairy and Psychic. That's one of actually the good things about this deck. The underrated good things, I suppose. So yeah, now they have a Garchomp out. They're going to probably Turbo Assault, because they can't bite off. So, I mean, yeah, Turbo Assault. But, so let's see, they're doing 80 now. Unless they have a strong energy. I don't think they do, though. I think it would, yeah, I think it shows up right there if they have a strong energy. Alright, and they're attaching to probably Marowak Break? Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. We're gonna Trainer's Mail, try and get a Link here. We don't get a Link, but we get a Super Rod, so might as well take that. recycle maybe some of our shamans or something if we need to. Definitely going to attach to this thing. And then Despair Ray, I have to discard 2, so let's get out 2 eggs. Propagation. And propagation. And then let's play both of them. And then let's Despair Ray for knockout. Cool. And so just one more prize till we win. Assuming that we win, I suppose. Maybe want to, depending on how this turn goes, because what is... Yeah, Bone Revenge is definitely knocking us out. So, what do we have to do here in order to win? I think we have to just send out Gardevoir and hope we get a link or something? I don't know. We definitely have to, probably Sycamore to get a link, and then maybe Super Rod before we Sycamore, so we get a link and a Mega, potentially. But yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess. Energy Retrieval. And yeah, they have a really interesting deck. But yeah, that Bone Revenge is definitely knocking out. Yeah, doing 220 damage. Yeah, that's quite a bit. I played Marowak Break when I first started this game. It wasn't a very good deck, so that's why I don't play it now. But, yeah. Alright, so we drew an egg. So it looks like we're definitely going to have to Super Rod here. Back in 2 Mega Gardevoir and a Shaman. Because that way, you know, when we Sycamore, we can potentially draw more cards with Shaman, so... Yes, I do want the fewer cards in my hand, that is fine. Okay, so we drew, like, almost everything we needed. We just have to thin out the deck so we, like, almost guaranteed draw. Definitely don't want the Versus Seeker right now. Don't want the Ultra Ball right now. So we have to try and draw... excuse my dog, he is whining. We have to try and draw a link with Trainer's Mail. So I'm going to take this Startling Megaphone, and then I'm going to Trainer's Mail one more time, and hopefully we get the link. And we do. We get the link. And then we attach to Gardevoir, and then we Mega, and then we Propagate a couple times here. How many times do we have to do it? Just once, it looks like. But I'm going to do it twice just because I can't count. And we'll just do like that many, and we'll Despair Ray for that many. 2, 3, 4. Alright. Cool. That was an interesting game, I'd have to say. You generally don't see a lot of, like, that type of stuff in Expanded, so that was certainly an interesting thing to see. So let's get one more battle here. Because that was sort of a long battle. I believe, at least. Alright, we're playing up against something that's Steel, Psychic, and Water. Can't really think of what that would be. Not off the top of my head, I can't. Okay, so we definitely want to go first. And let's see if we grab Gardevoir. Yes, we do. Perfect. That is actually the good starter. The good starter is Gardevoir, obviously. Even though, like, sometimes it could be bad. Like, it could be the bad starter if we're playing up against, like, a Rainbow Road that gets set up really quick. Generally, it's a good starter. So let's Sky Field, and then let's Trainer's Mail and hope we get something, because we just have a dead hand. And of course, when we have the dead hand, we get, you know, Gardevoir and 3 Fairy Energy in our Trainer's Mail, because why wouldn't we, right? Okay, perfect. We get an end. That's actually the supporter card that we wanted. And let's play Execute, just in case something goes wrong, I guess. I don't foresee anything going wrong, but yeah. Okay. Now let's definitely Battle Compressor away, like, a bunch of eggs here. Like 2 eggs and a Fairy Energy. Unless we discarded one. Did we? No, we didn't. What am I thinking? And a Fairy Energy. Yep. And then let us attach and Shaman for 3. And then we get perfect. I mean, not perfect, but at least we're set up to probably attack next turn. Well, actually, definitely attack next turn. Cool. So we'll pass at that point. So my opponent has Mewtwo so far that I see, and Gardevoir. Well, not strictly speaking Gardevoir. Right now he has the Trubbish, but so he's going to Crushing Hammer. So, I mean, obviously hoping for the tails, which we got. We got the tails. And then he's going to NS, which is, that's fine. Our hand wasn't amazing. I know I said perfect, but, yeah, it wasn't amazing or anything. Okay, that's fine as well. We can probably get another Gardevoir and then, like, he Crushing Hammered us, actually, that time. So, we'll try and get a Mega Turbo here. That was actually an awesome draw, getting the Spirit Link there. So we're definitely going to attach here. And then, should we computer? I think we should computer search here. And discard these 2 cards, and then grab a Mega. And then Mega. And then Sycamore. Alright, that didn't turn out amazing yet. So let's Battle Compressor. Discard this eggs. And, like, Hex, easy. And then let's Ultra Ball away this dead card and this card. And then let's grab a Shaman. And then no, I don't. I definitely don't. I just Shaman for 3 and hope I get a Mega Turbo. I think that's what's happening here. And we do, so that works. Not going to attach the Float Stone yet, but definitely going to Mega Turbo. Now, question is... Oh, wait. I definitely kill. Because, again, weakness. Weakness is the thing. But I'm still going to discard these 2 Shamans so I can Super Run them back in. So we grab a Versus Seeker and a Fairy Energy. So this is turning out just fine. Okay, so it's not gonna be like a Donk or anything. He's got an Ultra Ball, so that's good. I saw Rough Seas there, so I don't know what he's doing. Because I know he has water in his deck, but I just don't know what those water types would be. Oh, it's Seismitoad. Because of course it's Seismitoad. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, so he's got Toad, and then he's got a Trubbish out. Okay, I thought for a second he was going to Muscle Band the Trubbish. I was going to be really confused. Alright. 7 cards with Sycamore. That's always nice. He got that, and I got that as well. Last turn. Ultra Balling for another Trubbish. But we're not going after the Trubbish. We're going after that Seismitoad. Do we have... I don't think we discarded... Oh, we did discard Lysander. So that's kind of a cool thing because I think we're just going to be able to knock out that if we can. One, two, three. No, okay. We can't knock out the Seismitoad quite yet. Because we'd need to discard 7, and we can only get up to 5 right now. So yeah, let's Super Rod back in some Shamans here. And a Fairy Energy, because they make us do 3. And then let's Mega. And then... Do I end here, or do I... Well, I definitely Sycamore. Why was I even asking that question? Versus Seeker for Sycamore. Alright. Okay, cool. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play down this Gardevoir, and then I'm going to use Secret Rare Ultra Ball, guys. Actually, my girlfriend pulled that out of like a random Plasma Storm pack, so I mean it was kind of cool. Plasma Storm, that would be really cool if she pulled it out of a Plasma Storm pack, because they're not in Plasma Storm. All right, then I'm gonna Shaman for 3. They are in whatever it's called, Plasma Freeze. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Same set, executes in. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do here is, okay, so I have 3, so that's just perfect. Well, it's not quite perfect. I need one more Pokemon. I'm thinking for next turn. Sorry, I'm just like leaving you guys behind here, but I'm thinking for next turn that I definitely want to knock out that Seismitoad. So I want to try and be able to discard 7 Pokemon that aren't this Mega Gardevoir. And I have 3 more that I can put down, and so that gives me 6. So I just need one more Pokemon, because I have 3 eggs in the discard. So they get the Float Stone. That's interesting. They have a Splash Energy on this thing. That's sort of interesting. Alright, they're gonna Float Stone the Trubbish. Oh, you know what? I definitely should have... I'm not smart. I definitely should have propagated then. I was actually thinking, oh, should I propagate this turn or next turn? But I might not be able to propagate this next turn if I he's probably going to grab an Ultra Ball. No, he's gonna grab a Crushing Hammer. Okay. And then he's gonna try and Crushing Hammer again. Which I mean is okay, like no matter what, like legitimately. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Perfect, we get another Gardevoir. So we're gonna attach, and then we're gonna propagate 3 times. One. I wish they could just let you do it like this. This is just so much faster, and like there are some things on here that are just faster than in real life, like shuffling, for example, but that is just really slow. Okay, now I'm gonna Despair for knockout, which is very interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's dead Seismitoad. So that's cool. The only thing is, I guess, like, it might be hard to Despair Ray for anything other than 110. But, you know, that's okay, because I guess just Lysander out the Trubbish, because we have the Versus Seeker. So unless he gets another Toad set up, which he could, definitely could, which he can't, definitely can't, because he attached that Splash Energy. So it looks like we have the game here. Unless... I guess 2 Crushing Hammers or something? But I'm pretty sure we still have the game. Okay, special charge. See, I don't really understand why he has those splash energies in this deck, but whatever. I mean, it makes a lot of sense in like Greninja when you need to keep streaming the Greninjas, and there's a lot of parts to them, but not really in this deck when it's just basic Pokemon. And he's sending out the Gardevoir. We have the Gardevoir. He's sending out the Seismitoad. So we're just going to Lysander out that Garbodor and knock it out with the Sparray. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about the way that those two games played out. I think Gardevoir did pretty good. Um, this is actually something I would probably consider taking to a tournament. Um, Either that or like Wales. Um, my girlfriend plays Wales a lot, and she really got me like into it. Like it's a really good deck. Like I see now that it's a really good deck, and I really like this one as well. And she plays that one as well, and yeah, it's really interesting playing against it. Whenever we play, I have an advantage just because I play I play a stupid deck with um, whatever they're called, jamming nets. But so I get them on before they can mega. But yeah, overall I think the deck is really good, and I would recommend it actually because I haven't seen anyone play it in expanded yet. There probably have been people that have played it in expanded. I just haven't seen it, so it's not super popular, I suppose. And I would like to see it actually get a little bit more popular. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just bad and that's why it's not popular. But I think it's good. So, anyways, thanks for watching.